Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Logan, and today we're going to be talking about Govee RGB LEDs and why they might just be some of the best options available right now to bring some color into your home theater space. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then stick around and we'll get into it right after the intro. Alright, so as I mentioned, today we're going to be taking a look at some Govee RGB lights, and we've actually had some Govee RGB lighting in our theater for a pretty long time now, so before we get into some of this new stuff, why don't I go ahead and show you around our theater and talk about some of the lights that we already have and how they really changed our setup. Alright, so getting started in the front of the theater here, you can see our 120-inch projector screen with this Govee Dreamcolor RGBIC strip ran around it, and as you can see in the shot right here, it actually looks pretty cool. It brings way more color into the space, and honestly we're incredibly happy with the way it looks. We also made sure to add some RGB lighting to our cabinets. Here you can see this is where we keep all of our movies, and we're also really happy with the way these LEDs look behind the glass right here. Obviously we have it in this other cabinet as well that matches on the other side of the room, and this is just where we keep some of our other remotes and stuff like that. And finally, we also have a pretty long, I believe 32-foot strip running along the back wall, and we're really happy with the way this turned out. It's basically a big aluminum L channel running across the wall there that we attached to the wall and ran this big LED strip in, and this is where the Dreamcolor LEDs, the individually addressable RGBIC strip, really comes into play. As you can see, it's doing all these really cool effects against the wall, and even behind the chairs you can really see what kind of a difference that makes compared to just a regular brown wall. And that's pretty much where we are right now with the LEDs that we have purchased and put in our theater. We're really happy with the way it looks, but I'm also really excited to dig into some of these new things that we're going to be talking about today. With that said, I do want to quickly mention that all of this stuff you see here was kindly sent to us, with the exception of this, by Govee for review, free of charge, and we will be keeping the products once we're done with this video. With that said, nobody got to watch the video before it was published to YouTube, and all of the thoughts and opinions you see here are ours alone. So with all that out of the way, let's actually start talking about some of the cool stuff that we have here, like the regular 16-foot Govee RGBIC Dreamcolor strip. That's pretty much just like all the other ones we have on the back wall and the projector screen. I'll talk about what we did with that in a little bit. We also have this Govee Immersion TV backlight kit, which you actually stick on the back of a TV, and I'll get into that as well. We have the Govee RGBWW portable lamp, and we're also pretty impressed with this. Again, we'll talk about it in a little bit because it is slightly different than some of the other lights that we'll be talking about today, but it's a really cool addition. We also got some of these Govee light bars that you can see right here on the left and right sides of the desk. These things are super cool, and I'll talk about how we use those as well. Aside from that, we also have a couple of these Govee Lyra floor lamps, and these things are also, again, very interesting. I'll show you how we use those. And finally, something that Govee didn't actually send us, we just bought them because we thought they'd be a really good addition to our theater, are the Govee Smart LED bulbs. I'll go ahead and start talking about each one of these products, how they fit into our theater, and why we think they would be a perfect option for you. Alright, so I'm quickly just going to go ahead and start walking around the theater again to show you how we used some of these lights, like the Lyra floor lamp right here. As you can see, you can just see it peeking out from above the speaker right here, and we're using these behind our main left and right speakers to add some color into those corners there, and we are very happy with the effect. These are all individually addressable, and you can make your own custom effects for them, which really makes them very useful. And we're very happy with the way they look in our theater. If I come in here, you can actually see the base of the Lyra floor lamp. It's pretty compact, but it puts out a lot of very colorful light for the size. And you can see we have the exact same thing going on here with the front left speaker. Because it's individually addressable, it makes some really, really cool effects, especially against some of those posters we have in the background, and overall just makes the room look way more interesting. Next, I want to take you around our home theater seating, where we ended up using that 16-foot strip to add some really cool underglow to the chairs. Obviously, these Valencia seats, if you have seen our review, actually come with their own lighting already installed, but it's just a plain blue and doesn't look all that interesting. So that's why we went ahead and added the Govee individually addressable lights that sync with everything else in the room, like the lights on the back, and we're very happy with how it turned out. You can also see this light that's illuminating one of the custom acoustic panels that we made. I'll be sure to leave a link to that video down in the description if you want to check it out. But right here is an uplight which has one of the Govee Smart RGB bulbs. And as you can see there, it's cycling through colors, which is something very unique to the Govee bulbs and something that we couldn't pull off with our old singlet RGB lights. We're really happy with the effect. They're very bright, and we're actually really happy with the way this turned out. If I come over to the other side of the theater, you can see that we have the exact same thing going on this side. And even going down the stairway, you can see we have some more of those bulbs, which really complete the look of the stairway right there. And we'll go ahead and finish up our look at all these lights with the stuff on the table right here, like the Govee portable lamp and the Flow Plus light bars on either side of the desk. And all these things are actually really cool, but we don't exactly know how we want to integrate them into the theater just yet. In some of our other videos, you might have seen this portable light put somewhere like back here on our subwoofer, illuminating some of these things, which we think looks really nice. But in terms of the light bars, we're still trying to figure out a great way to use them. They come in really handy for shooting video, which we end up doing a lot as content creators here on YouTube, because of their really soft glow and the really nice rainbow kind of gradient effect on each light. And of course, we also got the immersion RGB light set for the TV, and this is actually really neat because it comes with a camera and everything, so it can actually see what's going on your TV and sort of extend the view out into the wall, and it is supposed to really help make a nice ambient look. But unfortunately, we have a 120-inch projector screen and an 85-inch TV down in the living room, and this does not go that big. Unfortunately, this is only made to work with sets between 55 and 65-inch screens, so we can't really use this to its full capacity. We may make a future video if we get a different TV that we can test with, or if we just want to end up using the light strip somewhere else. If that's possible, we'll let you guys know. But either way, that's pretty much it for the rest of the stuff here. Other than that, I also want to mention that all of these lights take advantage of the Govee app, which we've had no problems with across all of the lights that we've been using for several months. Everything goes onto the same account, and we can sync all the lights together with the same effects and everything like that, and even link it to things like Google Home and Amazon Echo, which are both very good features if you're like us and you want to take advantage of as much smart home functionality as possible, because when you're watching a movie, you don't want to be turning on your light switch off and on all the time. You want everything to be neatly integrated and take advantage of other features like IFTTT for turning things on and off with a remote and things like that. So with all that said, Govee offers some great lighting options for a home theater, and we really like the way that all this stuff integrates into our home theater setup. If you want to get some, go ahead and check the link down in the description below where you can buy some from retailers like Amazon. And I think it's just about time to wrap up this video. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Let us know if you have any questions or comments about anything that you've seen here from Govee down in the comment section below, and we'll do our best to answer them. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss any of our future content. And as always, have an awesome day.